Three, two, one. And I
Good
believe you're
afternoon,
live.
everyone. Welcome. Good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Thank you for being here. I'm Mitch. That's my beautiful friend and business partner, Jordy. Oh, he just disappeared. Jordy will be with us in a second. And that gorgeous girl over there, that's Corky. She's one of our team member coaches. So welcome for being here. I see Debbie has joined us. Thank you very much. If you're live on Facebook or in Zoom, we are here for you to share with you how to get started on your own business and the SFM and what it is that we do as affiliates. And we are live with you. So if you have any questions, just jump on it out and ask us, or type it in the chat or in the Facebook chat. And one of us will get to your question as we share with you. For those of you who don't know me, I am Mitch. My claim to fame is that I am a father of 3 and a husband of 21 years married, 28 years with my beautiful wife, Corey. I live in Montreal, Canada with my best friend and business partner, Jordy. And about 2 years ago, we started an online business together in affiliate marketing through the education space. And it has allowed us to really transform our lives. Tell you the truth, it began all about money for me. That's what it was. That's what I thought was going to make me happy. But as one of my mentors, Stuart, just pointed out today, it really isn't all about the money. It's about quality of life. And what this business has allowed me in the last 2 years to do was develop that quality of life for myself and my family, spend time and actually be present in my relationships with my wife, with my children, with my friends, and get connected even with my own self. Learn to love myself again and help me get healthy. I just currently, in the last year, shredded over 60 pounds off my body and have just become a much happier and healthier person. So it leads us to the question that Corky sent out is, how do you get started? What does one do? First of all, you have to make that decision to get started. So we're happy you're here. By being here, you're already steps ahead of others. And it really is an incredible decision that you've made. So before I continue, I guess Jordy hasn't joined us. Maybe I'll have Corky just do a quick introduction of herself and how she got started. Come on out, Cork.
Hey. Yeah, my name's Corky. My real name's Cordelia. And I was a nurse working full-time, 13-hour shifts on an emergency ward. Really enjoyed the job, but it was very, very taxing. Like, it would take me my days off to recover from my days on, and I wouldn't have enough time to spend with my kids, and I'd be out before they woke up and back after they were in bed. And things would come up at last minute, like school plays would be arranged in 4 weeks and the rota had been out for much longer than that, or sports day would be announced and I was already rotated on, and I was ending up missing out on these times with my kids. So I started an eBay business, really didn't enjoy that very much. It tied me down, and then stumbled across this opportunity to learn how to build a proper online business that allowed me to be location neutral. So I wasn't tied down to waiting for delivery men to drop things off and pick things up. I could be location neutral, just, dealing with people online. And I've been doing it ever since. Quit my job around Christmas. And never look back.
That's awesome. Actually, interesting because we're talking about how to get started. Very much similar to you. I was working many years ago for someone and realized that I didn't want to work for someone anymore, and I needed to get out and start my own business. And I learned very early on in the community that I was in and the family that I came from, it was all about being an entrepreneur and developing a business for yourself. One of the things that I learned over the years of building my own business was that I felt very alone. And I was, working hard, also working 12 to 15 hour days, 6 to 7 days a week. And the difference of I was still trading time for money, but the difference was I was working for myself rather than for someone else. So at least I was trying to develop something in my own passion field. But the problem that I sustained is that the economy and the markets played a very, very big decision in how my business did on a yearly basis. And now, no matter how much I worked or how hard I worked, I was in the clothing business, and I started to lose a lot of retailers due to online shopping, due to businesses like Walmart, eBay, Amazon coming into the Canadian territory and taking over. So it became very difficult for me to continue to build the businesses. So I started to branch out and try to figure out other things. But as I got busier, I just kept training more and more time for money, which really took away from me enjoying about being with my family. And I was all about trying to, give my kids, the lifestyle that I didn't have when I was growing up. So I started to look online, and you know what? It actually truthfully scared me very, very much, because when I went online, I guess because I was so money orientated, and I guess that was the attraction that I gave off, in my aura and stuff. And they talk about attraction marketing, law of attraction, and all that stuff. I guess I went out and just resonated with people that were all about money, and it scared me because I got involved in MLMs and stuff where they just would throw money at you and tell you like you could click a few buttons and make $1 million. And I started to really disbelieve in that, because it didn't resonate with me, because I knew what it took to build a business. I knew the hard work that you had to put in. I knew the time that it takes, the investment it takes, the cash flow that it takes in order to build a business. You have to work hard, and what you put in today, you'll reap the rewards several years down the road. But you need to continuously take those steps forward, and in order to educate yourself and continue to stay on top of the industry, stay on top of the economy and stuff, and go and change with the times. So I kind of shied away from the internet. And then when I met Jordy, that guy who's driving sideways right now. Hey Jordy, how is it driving sideways? It's kind of cool. Here, I'll unmute you as you drive so you can drive safely. He started to tell me about how he got started in affiliate marketing, and how he found this system that Jay and Stu are building, and how it was different from everything else that we had seen in our community. Because although we didn't know each other, I knew his wife's family, and Jordy and I come from a very similar background, same type of community and stuff. So we knew what each other had kind of grown up with, and the ideals and the ideas of how to build a business. And he started to show me, when he got started, the steps that he started to take in order to get started. And some of the things that really started to resonate with me was the people that he introduced me to, people like yourself and Jay and Stu and Amy. These are some of the people that we are involved with in what we call our community, because when you want to succeed in life, you want to surround yourself by other successful people. So some of the things that we did to get started, and I think Jordy's available to jump in and share, and I'll introduce him so he could share a little bit about his story and how he got started. But my final thought here is, some of the things that we did is we spent every day setting ourselves up to really understand what it took to advance within the system. Because although we are both seasoned veterans, we're both young at heart. So we needed to find something that resonated with us around our values. And our three biggest values, we have many values, but our three biggest values are, the two of us love to be playful. We love to be loving, and we love to really give back to others, and share with them how it is that we are succeeding in our lives. So I'll just show you quickly. I thought I had it here. Our values. So the two of us love to be in integrity with what we actually do on a daily basis, like drive sideways, but that's what we really have based our days around, those things, really getting out and having fun, being loving and integrity with what we like to do on a daily basis. So with no further ado, my best friend, business partner, Jordy. Hey, buddy, welcome.
Thank you. Could you hear me?
You're kind of faint. Are you not on the speaker system?
I'm having huge technical difficulties.
I could see that. I've never known you to be like sideways.
Normally you get into the car and everything just works. It goes on the Bluetooth system.
Yeah, we're not hearing you at all, buddy. You don't have your headsets today?
Okay. I'm in the car.
There you go.
Okay, give me a minute.
Oh, now we hear you better.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, now I hear you much better.
Oh, because it's the microphone on the phone.
Be safe, Johnny.
Yeah, be safe. Don't drive while holding the phone.
Okay, give me another minute and let me see if I could work out these technical difficulties, because this is not safe.
Cool.
Okay, I'll be right back.
So you see, we have a lot of fun doing what we do, and even though we have experienced sometimes technical difficulties, we have each other's back, and we're there for one another, and that's what our business is all about. So while Jordy figures out the technical stuff, it's part of learning, and it happens even to the best of us. So going back to what we do and how we got started, and I don't know if Debbie or John, I see you guys are out here, if you guys have any questions for us or want to partake in our conversation at all. If not, we'll just continuously share with you guys how it is we got started, or what it is that, what we do on a personal level as well. For those of you who have been given us your email, the way you started is you probably clicked on a link that you saw a video of ours, of us sharing how it is that we've changed our lives over the last 2 years. And in doing so, you are on a list. Hey Dixon, welcome. And by being on our list, we correspond with you every week on how it is that we are developing our business and our lives and our families and everything, and what it is that we do. So in the business aspect, if you then eventually go and sign up, because once you are on our list, you should have watched the 7-day video series from Jay and Stu. And then if you want to see exactly how it is that we build a business, we have recommended to you that you try out our risk-free application and sign up and join the system to see if it's for you. Because you really have to see if this is something that resonates with you, and you could see yourself doing this. It's something that can be done while you work at another job. Some people do want to eventually replace their jobs, like Corky did. She is no longer working full-time as a nurse, although she still has her nursing degree and does it freelance on her own schedule and her time around her children. And she's now developed the ability to do so. For myself and Jordy, Jordy is no longer working in the kitchen business, and he's working at PlayAtLife and developing our business around his passions, which is being with his kids and getting out and having fun and doing so. Like, we like to get out and ski and surf and wakeboard and sail and bicycle. So that's how we spend our days. We travel with our wives and our kids, and we are able, with a laptop and an internet connection, to run our business from anywhere in the world. We both do work hard. We work hard at our business, but we are able to develop our business with Corky, and eventually you'll meet Yiska, who's another team members coach, and they live, in Europe, and we're able to get on a Zoom call like this and really run the business from anywhere in the world. So it's allowed us to do so. So once you jump in, we set you through motion on how to get started with modules that Jay and Stu talk about how to really get going and how to start off within the business. Like I believe, Dixon, you are doing so in the last week or 10 days. You've joined up and getting going. So welcome. And if you have any questions for us, by all means, let us know. We would gladly like to share with you. And within the first month, Jordy wants to jump in. You're ready to go, buddy. Let's unmute you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Okay.
How are you?
All right. Yeah, I've started. I'm a mode 2. Fine. I'm
Awesome.
going to the mode 2 right now. So I'm almost done with him. I'm sure I'm done with him. Mode 2. I was instructed to call my consultant.
Awesome.
So he's going to book me for the orientation. I'm done with the mode 2 right now.
So Dixon, I just want to explain to you. So we have 2 webinars that our business runs in a week. We have one which is for our members, which is Friday morning, which you're more than welcome to join. This one is more for newer people. Yeah. And since you're new and you really just started in the last few weeks, maybe you could just share. Yeah. Why don't you share with us what it was that you were looking for to change in your life, and what have you been doing the last 2 weeks to really get started? Just share with us where you're at.
Okay. I signed up I think it was last year I actually fully participated finally, putting commitment financially like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, thereabout. So the reason why, because I have just like what you were saying, you said I want to do my business for any part of the world. That's one of the major. I don't like being stuck in a place. It's not my thing. I found out that when I went to the first module, everything Stuart was talking about seems to be what I want to do. So he emphasized he placed a lot of emphasis on laying the foundation, going through all the processes, and which actually meant a lot to me. So my experience is, the more I go through the processes, the more I read, the more I'm more convinced that I'm in the right path. It's not just, okay, come and get this money, you're going to start making this money tomorrow. No, it's like processes which I know some before, but I was really impressed with the step-by-step process that is involved, which shows that I'm in the right path. So I've watched The Secret, which one of the books recommended the video. So I'm beginning to get a lot of inspiration through the process. And I don't know if it's what I perceive about it is that apart from the money making side of it, is like a place for you to discover who you really are as a person, So apart from the money making, a lot of benefit like how to really live life. Working in a community like this, it's very easy to shape one's perception, one's mentality about general. So I see this package as a complete package. That's why I'm excited about.
Well, I love the fact, Dixon, that you signed up, you said just about a year ago, and it wasn't the right time for you, but you stuck with it and you stuck in our system and you just kept, following our journey. And now when you were ready, you signed up. So that's really cool. So good on you for that. Second of all, it's very interesting. Like Jordy, Corky, we were just on a call with Stu recently, and it was very interesting. He was talking about how recently he was just at 4 funerals, and 2 of them were for family members. And he said it's very interesting when you go to a funeral and you listen to a eulogy, right? They don't really talk about how much money the person made and how much his salary was, or what, whether he drove a Ford or whether he drove a Ferrari. They didn't say that, when you're talking about the deceased person, they don't talk about the $10 million home, that they lived. They talk about what kind of person they were, what kind of husband, father, mother, brother, sister, you know? So it's exactly what you're saying. That's what's important. And that's what our business is really about. It's about discovering who the person inside is and how you could show up in your day for you and your family, you know?
Yeah.
So when Jordy got me involved, I used to wake up every morning, and the first thing I did was I was worried about how much money I was going to make, because I only worried about whether I was going to be able to pay the mortgage and put food on the table and be able to, you know, put gas in the car or whatever. That's all I worried about, you know? But now what I've learned and what I do now is when I wake up, the first thing I do is I breathe, and I just say to myself, what kind of day am I going to show up for my family, for myself, for my health? So when I get out and I go and I exercise, or I eat well, you know, or I read a book, like you said, like we've shared with you, you know, some of the books to read, you know, it just puts us in a state of being happy and playful and loving, you know, that's the way to show up in your day. So I'm glad you recognized that very early on in you know, signing up, and we appreciate that. And go ahead, you wanted something else to share? I know Jordy's dying to share, so.
Okay, Dixon, if you're good, but I'm going to say a little something here, because it's interesting. And Mitch, when you said it before, you were talking about our 3 core values, and you said that we like to be playful and we like to be loving. And as you were saying it, I'm thinking, it's not even that we like to be, we are. We were born that way. And what we did is we did exactly what Dixon was just talking about. We joined a group of people who was being truly authentic and vulnerable, and learned how to get back in touch with our core values. Meaning it's not just like, I like being playful, let's be playful. No, we are. We were born. I was born one of the most playful people on the planet, you know? All I like to do is play all the time. Work to me is play. My children are play, everything. When I'm cooking dinner, you know, I stop work at 4:30 in the afternoon, I start cooking dinner. That's play. You know, now I had to go, I'm with you guys around the world. I had to go pick up something at the pool store. So, you know, I figure what a great time to do that. You know, because you find when you get in touch, when you work on yourself and you get in touch with your core values, the true you comes out and life just becomes enjoyable. So it's amazing. We've been studying lately how we can help people, you know, and what people are stuck at. And I notice so many people are stuck just because they started, you know what it is, guys? It all starts with that belief, because that was our answer. You need to believe. And what happens along the way is so many people tell you so many things about how the world is supposed to be that you start to believe that instead of believing what was truly in your heart. I found out yesterday that right up until the age of 4 years old, all children are at genius level. Okay, and that's a statistic. That's a fact. So what happens is we were all geniuses, and we were all playful and loving, and we loved to have fun. We were real. We did things with integrity. We were authentic. You know, kids say it as it is. You know, they get dirty. They tell the truth. They don't know any better. So not only were we real, but we were geniuses. And then we learned all this other stuff. And the statistic is that as we go on in life, everything starts like going backwards, because we start to believe in all the wrong stuff. How we're supposed to be, where we're supposed to be, what job we're supposed to be in, what, you know, who we're supposed to be. And it's not true, because who we're really supposed to be is ourselves. And we're supposed to be doing what we love. And the minute you get back to, hey, I love this, I'm going to go do this. And the minute you do it, and I challenge any of you to go and try that. Just go pick one thing, anything. Go for a walk, go dance with your spouse, go round out in the street and just start, you know, singing. And all of a sudden, you feel better. You feel great. You feel wonderful. And take that you and do the next thing that you think of. Oh, just like an epiphany, I want to do this. and go do that. And you're going to see within 10, 15 minutes, everything's changed. Your body chemistry has changed. Your thinking has changed. It's all changed. Now, if you could take that one little secret that you just figured out by doing that and apply it in so many other areas of your life, think about the changes that that would make. And that's all it is. So when Mitch says, you know, we're playful and we're loving and we're real, you know, we got back in touch with those true things that we were born, our values that we were born, the people we were born as, and started becoming those little kids again as wise. What did you call us before, Mitch? You called us something. You said we've veterans.
Oh.
Veterans. And how did Mark put it? Mark said something until gravity.
I said we're seasoned. We're seasoned.
Yeah, seasoned veterans.
We're seasoned veterans, but we're young at heart.
Yeah, and our friend Mark said, like, gravity, like when we were young, gravity hadn't touched our bodies yet. I love that one too. Just thought I'd share that. But guys, what we are is wise. We've been around, and I don't just mean Mitch and myself, and now Corky. I mean, you guys are all wise. All you have to do is recognize that you've been around, and you know every time you're doing stuff that you don't want to, or someone told you, and you're like, oh, it's got to be different than this. Listen to the little voice in your head, because you are that wise man or woman. You're that wise person who knows better. Allow yourself to guide yourself, and find that happy place. And yeah.
And we want you to understand that we're not here to sell you on anything. We're just here to share with you, guys. We're just here to share with you that we're a couple steps ahead of you. We're exactly the same as you. Both Jordy and I, Corky, we all found ourselves exactly where you were when we started, you know, a year or 2 years ago. And we're just, the difference is right now is we actually get to, and we are living that exactly what Jordy was talking about. We are living the lives that we want to, and not, you know, the lives that we don't want to.
Yeah.
You know, and we're not stuck in jobs that we're not passionate about. We are only doing things now in our life that we are passionate about, or things that we want to do. And that's what we're here to share with each of you guys. We're here to share with you how it is in your life that you can do exactly that.
Can I ask a question, please?
Yeah, and
Yep.
Corky also had something she wanted to share.
Okay.
Yeah, that there's 2 minutes left. I think that's what she was saying.
Okay.
No. I just wanted to add to what you said, which was about, you know, that's the whole point of what this is. This is not about coming here to be an affiliate marketer and earning some cold hard cash. This is about coming here to find your passion, but build a business around that passion. And if you don't know what your passion is now, you will find out what it is as you go through the motions of setting up and running a business, because you're going to dip your toes in the water in several different ponds, right? And test out different things, videos, blogging, you know, Facebook, Instagram. You might find something that you absolutely love. You might discover things that you hate. But the point is it's about building a business that you're really passionate about, not about just building some money-making machine, which is not what we're interested in doing here. We're not interested in producing rich, unfulfilled entrepreneurs. That's not the aim of the game here. The aim of the game is to help people to be empowered, but to also live better lives, because not only because they've got more money and they can afford to live a better life, but because they feel more happy and fulfilled. That's all I wanted to say.
But what happens is it becomes the byproduct, because when you start living within your passion field, like I was saying, like when we are being playful again, we do better work. We find our passions, discover our passions, then all of a sudden you're loving what you're doing. So that business that you're building all of a sudden is growing just because you're loving it and you're putting so much of your heart and soul into it. It's becoming a part of you. It's a piece of you. It's not just a business, and it's not just a job. And then all of a sudden, you know, the abundance from that is a byproduct. And it's so beautiful that that's really the way it happens. You know, and we love that.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead,
please?
Dixon. Sure, we're just coming up on the
Okay.
hour, but go ahead.
Okay, I don't know, can one of you just share your story a little bit so that just to inspire us in terms of like financially? I'm not talking about what you used to make and what you make now. What I mean is since you started, when you started, after like a month, 2, 3, 1 year, you started getting this, later you started getting this, you know. Is it possible just to like give us a little bit of a push and some kind of inspiration to want to go through, you know?
Dixon, there are no benchmarks. You make sure you don't compare yourself to anybody in the community. Everybody does this at their own pace. Some people get results really, really quickly. Other people don't, because they don't put the work in. They don't put the time in. And you can't compare yourself to other people in the community. And wanting to know what people have made in certain amount of time is only going to make you feel, stressed out, because you're not meeting that, where they are.
Yeah.
You're never going to be at the same place as someone else, because the other thing is we've all got different levels of experience before we came into here, and all kinds of variables.
Okay.
So
it's okay, no problem.
And we can ask you what it is you're looking to make yourself, and we could tell you it's very attainable and achievable. But like Corky is saying, it's like going to the gym too. You go to the gym and you see someone that goes to the gym 6 days a week versus someone that goes to the gym for a half an hour once a week. Of course, they're going to get different kind of results in the way they exercise and, and the way their bodies shape up and the way they eat. So it's the same type of, scenario. When you come on our members webinar, Friday mornings, 9:30 a.m. Eastern, we share in a different manner as well. So, there's nothing that we won't answer, but can you achieve and attain what you're looking for? Absolutely. But will you need to put in the hard work to do so? 100% as well. You can't just, like I said, this is not a get rich quick scheme. This is not something you're going to come in and click a few buttons and the money's just going to come flowing in. It takes time to build. But we're here to support you and help you.
Okay. Well, like one of those things I'm looking at. What time is it on Friday, please?
9:30 a.m. Eastern time.
Okay, 9:30 a.m.
Yeah, Eastern.
Okay.
You'll have it in your email for sure. Okay,
that is when we can get some light in this area I'm talking about. Is that where we're going to discuss a little bit of what I'm talking about?
We discuss a lot of different things. It's that one. There's a 90-minute webinar for our team members, so you're more than welcome as a team member to join up and share. We'll share with you for sure.
But we're still never going to give you benchmarks that we feel that you should meet, Dixon.
Yeah,
I know. I'm not talking about benchmark. I understand what you're saying. I'm not talking about benchmark. I'm not saying no. I want to make it. Just as I said before, this is to be a lifetime thing for me. It's not like a go in and go out thing. It's a life. It's like what you're going to do for the rest of your life. So you're not going to be in a rush, definitely.
So Dixon, even if I threw out numbers, like if I told you that Jordy and I in the first year, which is just coming due, we made like about $200,000 US, it's going to mean nothing to you, because what you have to understand is we've also invested almost that much in building our business and building our network. The Lifestyle team, who's the #1 affiliate company, who have been doing this for the last 4.5 or 5 years now, they've just hit the $3 million mark, so it can be done. But are there people that have been doing this for 3 years and are making no money? For sure. We're very realistic in telling you that. And it's exactly what I'm trying to explain to you. What you're going to do is so it can be done. Absolutely. But it's all going to be based on what efforts you put into your business.
And are you going to come with your own idea? Like now, am I going to come with my own idea that I feel is going, if it can work? Is that where I also come in? Maybe if I have an idea of online stuff, maybe I want to build a website to sell particular services or a particular training. I guess those are one of those things that you guys are going to do, right?
Right. So there's two things that, just to sum up before we have to cut off the time, and we could discuss this more on Friday. But yes, there's two avenues that you could build your business. One is the affiliate model, which is offering the education system that we are all part of right now in the SFM system. It's a high ticket affiliate model that we are sharing. And eventually, if you have an idea, like Jordy and I, we're building the PlayAtLife Club, which is, you know, a club where people can come and enjoy their life and get out and experience all over the world, you know, fun adventures and retreats and masterminds and stuff. We haven't started to build that. We've been doing this 2 years, and we are building up to get to that. We're not ready yet to launch that, but it's great where we're at. So if you have an idea to build for yourself, by all means, for sure. Okay. So thanks for coming out. Really appreciate it. Albert, I don't know if you had a question just before we wrap up. Thanks for being here. Debbie and John, you're good. No problem. You want to reach out, you guys, you can respond by the email that you received to me. I answer every email. You can type in the Facebook chat, anything, reach out. We can set up a meeting with Yiska, our team coach, if you have any further questions. We thank you for being here. And if we left you, I just lost Jordy, but if we leave you with one message, no matter what you do, whether you choose this business or any other business, do it around something that you're passionate about. Get out, enjoy life, have fun, play it life, show up for yourself and for your family. Thanks for being here. Love all of you. Really appreciate you. Have an inspiring week, and we'll see you next week, Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. Take care.
Thank you. Yeah.